Hello, everybody.
Hello.
This is Brazil Unveiled. I am Zafer Karaslan. This is my beautiful wife, Ellen, who's a Brazilian. Today, we are going to unveil Brazil, but not with vlog videos, but with questions to a Brazilian.
Oh, okay.
So I have asked ChatGPT to actually not ChatGPT to Grok to give me 10 interesting questions about Brazil that foreigners should or want to know. And my wife, who's a Brazilian, had no idea about this. She just learned. And I'm going to ask all these questions to her. And she, as a Brazilian, will answer all these to you guys. Let's go. Are you ready?
No?
Okay. All right. So, the first question.
Question.
What is the most unique cultural tradition in your region of Brazil and how do you celebrate it?
Cultural and unique tradition.
Yeah, something that you do in your culture.
Uh, you mean something that generally every single Brazilian does, or something in the culture that not everybody does?
Well, you can say something that has been happening in everywhere in Brazil or something uniquely in your region, in the place that you grow up. A tradition belonged to Palmas Tocantins, Aparecido Rio
Come
Negro.
on. Promise there is not really any tradition because it's so new.
Okay.
Uh, but Brazilian wise, the famous carnival, all the cities, there's gonna be always some sort of party,
Okay.
and that is just for me. It's kind of just stupid. It's just they use that time to people put some sexy clothes and go around and dance and drink until there is no tomorrow, and f around as there is no tomorrow. It's
How about
just
Festa Junina? That looked to be less sexual and more
okay.
cultural to
Festa
me.
Junina is less sexualized. So, okay, Festa it means party, and Junina because the month of June is the celebration that happens in the month of June. So it's things that everything in this celebration it resembles like things from a farm kind of thing because they do very mm, this is hard, like I was not prepared to talk any of that.
That's why it's nice.
There's gonna be always a lot of corn and things out of the corn, and
And Capim Dourado?
no, that's has nothing to do with Festa
I
Junina.
saw people who was wearing hats from that in the festival.
Okay, but that's Capim Dourado is something from the state of Tocantins. That's it. Has nothing to do with Festa Junina. Festa Junina, they do some typical dances that is specifically from the northeast of Brazil.
And they dress weird.
Yeah. So as I told you, it's something that resembles a very rustic farm thing. So they put very weird, ugly dresses. Okay, if like plaid shirts, especially that pattern. Okay, and dresses with that. And then they sometimes they paint one of the tooths of that with black to look like they don't have one of the tooths. Like, yeah, it just resembles like the very poorest and farmish things, and it's just to have fun. They have like some special dances and special music. And when I was a kid in the 1990s, early 2000s, all the schools in Brazil would make festa juninas, and then you have this whole preparation. You rehearse for a month, and then there is this one day the night that the school prepares and all the kids dance together. It was really fun. I loved it that time of the year. Okay, that will do it.
All right.
And there's a lot of foods and drinks special.
Yeah, food wise, you will not be disappointed with Brazil.
No.
Is really good. Okay. Okay. Second question.
Okay.
As someone you have lived and visited many countries of the world, and you had a unique opportunity to examine, analyze what people do and what cultural things that they give importance to. For example, when you go to Turkey, you have lived in Turkey for a while, and you've seen that Turkish people are very much into soccer, football, and you have been in other countries. And I'm sure there is, even if it's not football, another form of sport is always popular in there. So,
oh, wait. Americans watching this football for the rest of the world, it means soccer for you.
yes.
But we all call football the thing you call soccer. And the thing you call football, American football, only exists pretty much in America, in the US. And that's the thing that I know the most because it was the place that I lived for the longest. It was the US. And they have a deep love for the American football. Like in Brazil, for example, Tom Brady is a very known because he was married to Giselle Bündchen, is a the most famous model of the. For a long time, she was the most famous of the world, and she's Brazilian. She's Gaúcha.
Okay. Ah, gaúcha.
And Tom Brady is uh, oh, I'm sorry, but I actually don't know where he is from. But he used to play in Patriots, the New England team. And I lived in Massachusetts. Okay, so for me, it's Patriots, it's Boston Red Sox, it's Celtics. So.
Okay.
Okay. Americans, U.S. people, they do have way more like games. Yeah, they have a bigger uh, choice of games, and they are very much into sports.
Okay. What I would like to know, when you look at how popular football is in Brazil and all the other countries, how Brazil stands out with that, and how does soccer influence the everyday life and community in Brazil compared to the rest of the world?
Okay, the thing is, I know quite a good amount of countries, but I truly lived like in US, Ukraine, and Turkey, besides Brazil, of course. So I can compare with around like soccer, the one that you have the round ball that we call football. Um, I'll give the first, yeah, I think I give the first place to Brazil and then to Turkey. Ukraine, I truly never saw people pay much attention for football, though. The one thing though the Ukrainians like very much is boxing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think
And US soccer is it's not a like a thing. Thing there is like the American football. So I'll give to Brazil. And how does influence the culture? Because people like for example, in churches, they can have these gatherings for men just to play soccer. Like the people in the work, that's how they sometimes used to have some time together. Is like playing soccer. Like there is always soccer around. Like cheer up for this team and this and that. Like they try to put soccer everywhere around. Yeah, they use that for yeah.
So soccer is like basically infused with the everyday life of a regular Brazilian.
Pretty much.
Okay. And when you compare Brazil's love of soccer with everybody else, Brazil stands out and is number one in your opinion?
In my opinion, because as I said, I'm comparing to the other countries that I know. And Turkey comes in second place, but very close to Brazil because those guys, they are crazy about soccer. My God.
I actually agree with this. Although Turks
They
are
go
crazy,
crazy. It's
yes.
like Brazil, they hit the pots protesting, the Turks hit each other.
Yes, yes,
That's that.
yes. Although I think Turks are pretty crazy about soccer as well. When I came here and realized how's the culture here, I truly understood that Brazilians are the most crazy people about soccer ever. Uh,
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
so my third question: what's a Brazilian dish or street food that everyone should try, and why is it special?
Oh, okay. Here comes the problem. Brazil is a huge country. Then street food gonna change from region to region.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I think I would call this, I know the perfect food for this.
What?
Feijoada.
Amor, you are talking about street food.
Yeah,
Feijoada
but
is
it doesn't
not
have to
at
be
all a
it doesn't
street
have to
food.
be a street food. I said or either a food, a meal, or a street food.
Okay,
So it can be a
read
meal.
the thing again.
What's a Brazilian dish or a
Okay,
street food that
that.
everyone should try, and why is it special?
Okay, then it's feijoada because no one else on the face of the earth that of my knowledge, okay, talking about my knowledge, maybe they do in other countries some kind of sort of, but not like the way we do in Brazil. Feijoada. It's the main thing is the black beans and some cuts of the pork. And you're gonna cook this all together and must have good seasoning in and cooked for a very long time to for you have this very thick juice, the beans infused with this meat, and it's very tasty. Everybody like, I don't even recall for people who never tried, like, okay, here is me in Turkey. I was with these other Brazilians, and then come this guy here, which in that back in that time you were what, my fiance.
Yeah.
And there was other Turks, okay, and even other people. There was from Mexico, another one from the U.S. They all tried feijoada for the first time, and there was other Turks too. All of them loved it. Okay.
Yeah, okay. But the feijoada that I ate there was made of that very salty bacon, which was not the traditional way of doing it. And then I came here and I ate the real feijoada, and it had some sausages inside as well. Um, and
Yeah.
and they serve it.
The main thing is must be some pork meat.
Yeah, it has to be with pork.
And yeah, it's something unique because then you come, oh, but we have this, we have that. Yeah, but other countries have something alike.
Yeah.
They do some like, oh, the barbecue, the famous Brazilian barbecue is, I probably say we have the best barbecue in the face of the earth. Although many other countries have very good barbecues, but no one do so nicely as we do. Sorry.
Especially
But
with cow meat.
yeah, we are masters of cow.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And feijoada is a food that has an interesting history.
Yeah.
You know about it?
Yeah.
Could you would you want to tell us?
So as you see, like pork meat is a very cheap meat, sometimes even cheaper than chicken. Okay. Then because it's cheap, it's the most made, and this started back in the days when there was slaves here in the land, and that was the cheapest thing they could make for them to eat, and that just got very popular, and yeah, it is a great dish until this day.
Okay, what I have heard is slaves basically did made this food with all the leftover
Leftovers,
meats of
yeah.
their masters, and that was usually like meats like nobody would really want to eat, like the nose or the
Yeah.
ears
Oh,
or the
okay.
thumbs.
A very good detail.
Yeah,
The traditional feijoada, there is the ears of the pork, the feet of the pork.
yeah. That's what I
tail.
have heard.
Yeah.
I mean, right now they don't put that stuff.
Oh no, they do.
They do?
Because
Never ate one.
that's traditional. And there is one thing though, there is this parts of the animals that people don't like, but they have a lot of nutrition in them, so that's why people still keep making it. Oh, there is also, in some places they call dobradinha, in other places they call panelada. It's made with the belly of the cow. And in Brazil, they make very different, because in Turkey they do soup of that, and it's just, it looks disgusting. It doesn't taste. Oh, another thing, in Brazil, I'm in the south. I am in the south of Brazil right now. I'm sorry, guys, you don't know how to make this belly, uh, the cow's belly very well. Okay, the north and the northeast are the people who truly know how to make this. Anyway, that's another discussion.
All right. You brought out a lot of hidden resentments.
It's not resentment, just some statements.
Okay. So, ever since I was a kid, when I thought about the word Amazon, I thought about these female warriors who lived in a hidden forest,
Who never heard about Shanna?
and they're only women, and they're warriors, and
When I was a kid, I watched the show, The Amazonians, and that was this about all of these warrior women.
and I thought like this was real, like this was a historical thing. And then I realized there's a place in the world that's called Amazon that actually exists, and that's in Brazil. So you guys have a big state called Amazonas, and you have the Amazon rainforests.
Yeah,
And
the most of it, because the Amazon rainforest, it goes through other borders of another country, so the countries that surrounds Brazil also get some part of that rainforest.
yeah, so what I would like to know is, how do Brazilians view the Amazon rainforest's role in the world, and what's life like near it? Because I have heard a lot of dangerous stories about.
Okay, first things first, how the Brazilians view it. The importance, I think most of the people don't even think about this. Okay, I think because of today we have so much internet and stuff, and people like, oh, the lungs of the earth and this and that. But people, when you say Amazon for a Brazilian, we think first about the indigenous people, the very first thing. And then we think about, like, I think about açaí.
Which is a beautiful fruit dessert thingy that you should try. I mean, you probably have it in US.
And in many countries of the world, you guys know açaí, but açaí is straight from the north of Brazil, okay? And there is no açaí anywhere else on the face of the earth. So that's a very unique thing about the north of Brazil. Not only the state of Amazonas, but all the states around that area. But
Yeah.
you know, it's a true statement that that area in the north, Amazonas, and all the states around, they have a lot of indigenous tribes, a lot of weird different animal species and insects, and like a very wild nature. Even some people say there's things that have never been even cataloged because it's just too many. And there's a lot of tribes who are extremely unfriendly. They literally kill people because they don't want any strangers in their tribes.
So that is what I was interested about Amazonas, because imagine like you are two adventurer rich Americans that have a lot of money and time, and you come to Amazonas thinking that you will have the adventure of your life, and then you casually hang out in the Amazon forest, and then a tribe
No.
just finds you and hunts you and eats your
No.
flesh. Is that is that
Well,
real?
there is crazy tribes they can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of like there's been some American missionaries who came to that area and they have been killed. That's like a thing that happened. But why Brazilians don't visit much their own country, especially the Amazon? Because it's inhospitous, very expensive, and a little bit dangerous. So for you to go have a nice experience and be protected from like wild nature stuff, and you know there is some like bees and stuff that very dangerous in there, and then you have to be like in places that has like that little screen over all your windows and doors, blah blah, and you have to use a very strong spray protector. Like it's some areas you have to be very careful, and then you have these hotels that are prepared to give you a good experience and take you around, and for you to have all this experience, they tend to be very very expensive. Maybe for foreigners who get paid in dollars, euros, it's okay, but for Brazilians that is like, imagine you paying like 15,000 reais for one night of staying, like that's too much.
Okay. The fifth question is, what's a common misconception about Brazil that you'd like to clear up?
Samba. Ah, you know how to dance this for me? No. No. Guys, people think that Rio de Janeiro is the capital of Brazil. No. Rio de Janeiro has even been a capital of a European country. Have you? Do you know that? Have you ever heard about it?
Portugal?
Yeah. Once the capital of Portugal was Rio de Janeiro, when the kings came to live here. But no, guys, capital of Brazil, it's called Brasilia, and it's exactly in the middle of the country. Okay?
Yes.
And samba, carnaval. Okay, this is very strong in Rio de Janeiro, but not in the rest of the Brazil. You go to Brasília, for example, surrounded by Goiás, Tocantins, these other states, you're not gonna hear samba in there. Almost no one's really like it. They may like pagode, and they love
sertanejo.
Sertanejo. Sertanejo, sertanejo universitário, Michel Teló, you know? Like, ai, se eu te pego, ai,
Yeah.
se eu te...
I knew that music when I was a kid.
Assim você me mata. Okay, jokes apart, but yeah, no, samba is not a thing in the whole Brazil. And then you go to the north, from like the Amazon region, they have their own style of music. It's called calypso. Okay, Brazil is very diverse. It's
Okay. How do music and dance, like samba or forró,
forró, Nordeste.
samba or forró, shape social gatherings in Brazil? So is it like when you is this something that when you come together, like do you dance and do this stuff, or is it like something that only happens in special occasions?
Depends. Some people just put the music in the background, they just talk, sit there and drink. And then that changes if you are a religious person, that you don't listen any of that. But then comes the gospel singers, and they take all, they extract the melody and everything. They
Yeah.
just put another lyrics, and they
Yeah.
hear the same thing.
Gospel samba. Yeah.
Gospel samba, gospel forró, gospel sertanejo, gospel of everything.
Yes.
And for dancing, you must be at a party, a dance club or something, because people don't just casually play
Okay.
a song to dance. They just play a song for them to drink around and
Okay.
talk and eat. Just there's just a music in the background.
Okay, so it's not as common as people think to dance for a normal Brazilian in a normal, regular life setting. It's just in special occasions or in special places that you go specifically for that.
Pretty much.
Okay, all right. So the other question is, what's a lesser known destination in Brazil that tourists should visit instead of Rio or São Paulo?
Good example, my state of Tocantins, there's this beautiful place called Jalapão.
Yeah.
And then the state right next to it, Maranhão, where I was actually born. There is.
The desert with lakes.
Yeah.
That's in there, yes.
Yeah, we call Lençóis Maranhenses.
That's a wonderful
It's a
place.
wonder. It's one of the wonders of the world, I would say, because it's just a desert that makes little
Yeah.
things of water, like pools made of rainwater, by made by nature, not by man.
Yeah.
And it's a phenomenon that only exists there, nowhere else in the world. So, and in Jalapão, we have this thing we call fervedouro. Ferver means to boil. The place is like the water boils. It's the water is not hot, it's just warm. But what happens is like in Israel there is the Dead Sea that people just float. Nothing really sinks on that place. So this phenomenon happens in the fervedouros of Jalapão. Like everything just floats. Nothing goes down. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to visit those places. That place should be in one of the seven wonders of the world, but it's not. And I think somebody should check that and change that again. Okay, the other question.
Mm.
As you know, that Brazil is a country that has been made later in history, like 500, 600 years ago. So there was a long time that this continent was not even discovered, and there was just like many different tribes were living there, and the Europeans came here, and then a lot of stuff happened, and some of them was nice, some of them was really bad, and and somehow the identity of Brazilian has been constructed, happened. So there's many Brazilians here, but there's no ethnicity of Brazilian. This is not an ethnicity, and many people, all the people here, has their descendancy from other countries.
Yeah.
So this creates a confusion because some people may feel they are belong to the identity of being a Brazilian, and some people may feel like they are more belong to where their descendants came from. How do you think Brazilians cope with this in real life? Do they feel
My
more
dear, people in Brazil don't give a F for that.
Really?
Mm-mm.
So they are.
Maybe people in the South, because the South it's very strong, like European roots.
Okay.
Not that the rest of the country doesn't, but in the South they have kept more. What happened in the Northeast? There was a lot of Jews who fled the persecution about the time that the Catholic Church was persecuting them, and they were called the New Christians, and they fled to the northeast of Brazil. So the northeast of Brazil, there is a great descendancy from Jews, and people don't really know about that. And it's mixed with Spanish, and another reason why they were Jews because Jews were living in Spain also. And there you have a lot of people from Portugal, and that makes a great mix. And then there it comes some people from Africa, and then Holland and France, and just like it's a mixed up thing. And only the south of Brazil who kept more, like they made little villages. There's places in south of Brazil you go It's just like a Polish village, a Italian village, a German village, and they even speak the tongue like German language, but I heard there's a different kind of German. The Italian is a different kind of Italian. They mixed it up, and back in the days, they even prohibited people of speaking Italian in here.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, so
There is, yeah, there is a lot of story, guys. It's
okay.
like, so in the south of Brazil, they have kept more the traditions like, oh, we are Italians, we are Germans, we are that. In the rest of the Brazil, they they like I'm Brazilian, but the states here are very big, so they're like they like to call themselves by the states they were born or grew up.
Okay. Another thing
They
that I
don't
would
make
like
much
to
difference.
add to that is, I mean, to ask, when you look at, for example, US and how the politics is going there, there's a kind of, maybe it's safe to say that there is a racial problem in US in politics, especially like there's the blacks and whites, and there's the political aspect of that. And when you think about Brazil, uh,
Okay, Brazil doesn't have much of the racism that I see in the US.
okay, all right.
No.
But what I wanted to ask is, as you know, black people, majority of them was brought here to be slaves, right? And then there, a couple of hundred years, they stayed as slaves, and then revolution happened, and they became their freedom. So today's black people of Brazilians, do they feel, you think, any grudge against the history of this country and how their ancestors was enslaved and stuff like
Okay,
that?
I'm not really going to answer that because like I grew up in a region that there is not much black people, so I don't truly know their feelings toward that. So I'm not gonna answer this question because it's a question that I don't have a knowledge to it.
Okay.
But in general, so there is some what's the word we just said? Uh, Racism. There is some racism, but not compared to the racism that I see in the US. Another thing in the US, I see the black people has a again, not all of them, but there is some areas that they are the majority and they tend to be more violent. I don't know why. And then I understand why there's more racism. But in Brazil, you don't see things going in the same way. Okay, they have some extra quotas in the schools and some jobs for people who are black, but I think that's a great offense because it's like, are they dumber? No, not at all. I see like great scientists and teachers and like they're black, they're magnificent, like maybe this thing of quotas should be for people with disabilities, mental disabilities, whatever, but not just because of the color of their skin. That's a great offense. I don't like that.
Okay. Let's go with more superficial things.
Okay.
What's the funniest and most surprising slang term used in Brazil, and what does it mean? For example, there is one thing that AI suggests as "tô de boa"
Tô de boa.
or "eita."
Eita. It's him asking me this question. I'm like, eita. I
Yeah,
don't know,
eita.
eita. Oh my God. How can I translate eita? It's like, it can be
Ixi.
used
Yeah.
in so many different ways. Eita, like he asked me something that I don't even know what to answer because I have not been informed about this for me to have time to think, and I'm in the circumstance that I need to answer something that I don't have any answers, and like, eita. Or I heard something that someone did like bad and the person's gonna be affected badly and eita. Se ferrou. Se lascou.
Okay.
Ah, no, it's
Anything
just
else
like,
you would like to add to that? Any other example?
again, Brazil is too big. Every region you go, every state, even like from cities to cities, there's different
I would like to
slangs.
say Zé.
Zé. What's that? It's
Minas,
people from Minas
Mineiro
Gerais.
Zé. This word has stuck in me because I worked in a bar for 3 months, and there was this Mineiro guy who was from Minas Gerais. It's like wherever, whatever state you're from, you have a name. If you're from Minas Gerais, you are Mineiro. If you are from Paraná, you are Paranaense. If you are from Tocantins, you are Tocantinense. If you are from Rio de Janeiro, you are
Carioca.
Carioca. Weird, right? Why not Rio Nancy? Don't have any sense.
Okay, but Zé comes from the name José. And that was a very used name, especially like in Minas Gerais. José. Oh, there is a lot of Josés who were called Zé. José, Zé. We love to cut words, cut names in
Yes,
half.
and that
We love
sucks.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor of the foreigners trying
Yes.
to learn
When I
Portuguese.
first came here,
They learn perfectly Portuguese and they go out to speak, and people don't speak what is in the books.
I came here from Turkey to the little village of Aparecido do Rio Negro, who has been built for only 20 years ago. And I met with my family-in-law, and they were trying to talk to me with this Portuguese that don't even make sense.
My mom speaks, even me, when I look at her, like, God, it's very hard to understand what the woman says.
Yeah, so good luck for you if you are learning Portuguese.
Yeah, so Zé, it's like a short word for the name José. But also, when you when you try to like call someone a little bit like you were stupid, I would say, mas é Zé mesmo. But it's like, but you are a Zé. Or in Minas, it's just like they call everyone, Ô Zé, Ô Zé. You don't remember the name of the person, you don't know the name of the person, you just go, Ô Zé, Zé. Okay.
And our 10th and last question is, what's a quirky, or unexpected daily habit in Brazil that might surprise someone from another country?
Oh, a daily thing in life. We are the cleanest people in the face of the
You
Guys,
shower?
we love to take showers. When you wake up, you shower. And then in the middle of the day, if it's too hot, you shower again. And at night, before you go to the bed, we usually shower again. That's like a must. Like,
Yeah.
Usually people shower more at night than in the morning, but some people also shower as soon as they wake up. Like both
Us.
of us, we have this habit because we realize that we wake up better. We are more awakened after we take a shower.
Exactly.
And feels fresher. Like, I don't know, we love to take shower in the morning.
We now take 2 showers in every day, one in the morning and one at night. But when back we live in Palmas,
The night one is because I don't like to go feeling any dirt or any like sweat in my skin before I go to bed, and I don't like anyone to go to my bed dirty.
but it's
It's
also
a me thing, but it's also like
you
Brazilians
sleep
shower
better
night.
when you
Yes.
shower. You feel more comfortable.
Try that.
Yeah.
Take a hot shower if you where you are it's not so hot. Take a shower. Choose your best option of the temperature of your water, but whatever. Take a shower before you go to bed and put some clothes that are clean.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you realize when something's clean, it's it for example, if the your towel is very dirty, it's gonna feel heavier. If the towel is clean, it feels lighter. The same goes to your clothes. The same goes to the sheets of your bed. Then when you go to sleep, everything is clean. Your body is clean. Everything's fresh and nice. You go to sleep way much better. Try that and thank me later. Okay?
Yes. It's like back in the days when we were living in Tocantins, guys, we were showering 5 times a day.
In the
I'm not
in the top of the summer, which is very hot,
Yeah.
scorching hot.
It's like there were days that
And another thing, if you live in a place that you have AC in all the rooms of your house and everywhere feels cool, okay, but
yeah,
we didn't. We
yeah,
lived in an apartment. It felt like a shoebox,
yeah,
a mini sauna.
yeah,
Then you turn around, you're sweating like you need a cold shower. You
exactly,
want that. Yeah.
exactly. It's like there were days that we just existed the whole day in our little bedroom and didn't even go out. And when I go out, for example, I need to buy bread, I go out, I am all fresh, right? I shower and then I go out, buy the bread.
Detail. That was at what time in the day?
In the morning, like 9 a.m.
8,
8,
9
9
a.m.
a.m. Yeah.
He goes there, walks, just cross the street and come back sweating.
Yes. And now I have to take another shower. This is the reality, especially you are living in the north and northeast side of Brazil.
Yes.
But I would rather this every day than facing the cold of Brazil. I hate that. We have been living in the south for 8, 9 months, and there is no heating system here in the houses. So you just feel cold. You just like sit in cold, and there's nothing you can do to escape
and
it.
okay, don't like before you say anything. We do have a heater right here, a
Yes.
portable heater, and then we have another one in the bedroom, and then we have another one in our bathroom, and blah blah. But it doesn't help because there is no a thermal insulation in the walls.
Yeah.
The the frames of the windows they're shitty.
Yeah.
Like you have
They shake when
cold.
there is wind.
That there is nothing, almost nothing has been built. Yeah. Here to be prepared for the cold. Yeah. No, the cold comes and you're forked up.
Yes, unfortunately. So, guys, that was it. Thank you so much for watching. If you came this far to the end, yeah. This was the 10 interesting, shocking facts that AI suggested that foreigners would like to know. Thank you so much for watching us. If you like this video, please make sure you press the like button and subscribe to the channel and for support us for our future videos. Yeah, and watch out for the like in 2 weeks or so. We're gonna move from Paraná to Tocantins, and we're gonna do a road trip that's gonna last a whole week. Yes. And we're gonna pass by many places in different states, and we're gonna show to you. We're gonna So press the button here, subscribe to the channel, like the alert, the little bell for notify you when a new video pops out. So stay tuned and see you in the next video. See you in the next video.